and welcome to my channel. My name is MandoBug on social media like Ravelry, Facebook, and Instagram, but I'm known as Amanda in real life, so if that's what you like to call me, go ahead. It's my real name. But I also like MandoBug, so it's up to you. Today's video is a monthly favorites video. Now, I've never done a video like this before, and so I kind of want to preface it with these are not products or items that are new this month. These are just items that I've been loving this month. So if you're looking for something that's new this month and my favorite, that's not what this is. So you can go ahead and close out of this video right now if that's what you're looking for, because that's not what this is. This is things that I've been using a lot this month and are really my favorite this month. I have some crafty things, I have some not crafty things. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the crafty stuff. So if you're not interested in the other items, you can go ahead and close the video after that. So to start with the crafty stuff, my favorite pattern of the month is, like I said, it's not new this month, it's just my favorite for this month because it's new to me. It's the Fish Lips Kiss Heel. So the Fish Lips Kiss Heel is a $1 pattern on Ravelry, and it's just a pattern on how to do this heel. This heel fits me better than any heel I've ever knit, ever. And I've heard other people say that about these heels, and I was kind of skeptical, but seriously, these heels fit like a glove. They are designed to fit your heel perfectly, and they do. And the other thing that's really nice about them is the short row method that's used to create this curve here that you see is very durable. I don't want to give away the pattern at all, so I won't go into any more detail than that, but this is not loose, this is not weak, this is very thick and strong, and I think that these are going to hold up really well. I'm not sure I'm going to try any other heel in the near future unless I hear people saying that they have a heel that's better than this, but this is my first pair of socks with this heel on them, and I absolutely love it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and continue doing this. I can see why so many people rave about it because it really is a good pattern, and it's only $1, so it's highly affordable, and I highly recommend it. If you knit socks and you haven't tried these heels, try them. The pattern is long and looks kind of daunting, but the actual heel pattern is very short and easy to follow, and it's, you know, a couple pages in. If you don't want to make the cutout of your foot, you don't have to. That's just kind of used to tell you where to place your heel for a better fit, but the actual heel that you could insert into your pattern is very short, very easy to follow, and there's YouTube links to tutorials on how to do the short row techniques that are in the pattern, because I had never heard of those short row techniques before, and I had never seen them in the pattern, and I didn't know how to do them. So I followed the videos. They were very clear, very easy to understand, and very simple. So I highly recommend these heels. The other crafty favorite of the month is my favorite yarn this month, and it is the yarn that I knit my Japan sleeves out of. This is Dream in Color Smooshy with Cashmere, and if you're looking to treat yourself, this is the yarn to buy. It is expensive because it's got cashmere in it, but the cashmere makes it so soft and so drapey. This is a fingering weight sweater. It did not get knit overnight. It's so many stitches. I don't even know how many stitches are on the needles. I mean, I do, but I didn't do the math to figure out how many stitches I knit to make this, but I know that it was a lot, and it was a lot of work, but this yarn made it very easy to complete the knit because it's so soft, and I enjoyed just touching it, like really. Like, it's kind of like how when you have to work with red heart acrylic, if you're making something that's a gift or a toy and you don't want to use expensive yarn, you don't enjoy touching it because it's not soft. The very, you know, the OG red heart, the very scratchy stuff. This is the opposite. This is like, I just want to knit this just to touch this yarn because it's that soft. So if you've never tried Dream in Color Smooshy with Cashmere, I highly recommend that you splurge and treat yourself at least once to maybe just one skein. Make yourself a little shawlette or something because it's very luxurious. It's so nice to work with, and the colors are nice and deep and saturated. Now with these two colors specifically, the gray is Prince William, and it was very it was a very even color throughout. The purple was Peacock Shadow. You can kind of see the stripes. They're not all the same color. There's kind of a tonal, a variation of different tones of the color in there. I think it's very nice. They have a good selection of solid and tonals, and some variegated as well. So, I mean, I highly recommend you check it out. So that is my favorite yarn this month, and my favorite designer this month is Locatelli, and that's because I knit her Japan sleeves. So the pattern was absolutely amazing, so easy to follow, so clever with the short row technique to get the stripes down the sleeves, and the lace was gorgeous. I absolutely loved her pattern, and she's just been coming out with more and more gorgeous patterns, and I'm looking forward to knitting more of her patterns in the future. But this overall, the pattern, the yarn, this has been my favorite this month. Now for favorite needles, I knit the socks I showed you with the fish lip kiss heel on Chiagoo red lace size 0 needles, and those have been my absolute favorite. I'm not sure that I want to knit socks on any other needles at this point. The cable on the Chiagoos is amazing. Let me actually grab it. I have another pair of socks on the needles, but this red cable right here, this infamous cable, is worth all the amount of hype that it gets, because it is flexible and it's durable without a memory, and it makes sock knitting amazing. And the tips, they're okay. They're nice, lightweight, nothing sharp, like nothing too sharp. They're like, I would say they're pretty standard as far as how pointy they get and how long of a, what would you call that, like a cone shape. Because some tips, they have like a long point. This is just, I would say, like a medium point. And I did find that because I've been using them so much, I don't know if you can tell, one of my needles has bent a little bit from my hands putting a little bit of pressure on them. I don't know. They're very inexpensive needles, and the cable alone is worth the purchase. So I definitely want to have some more of these on hand in the future. So as far as favorite podcasts this month, I kind of wanted to touch on some podcasts I've never mentioned before, because I just recently started watching them this past month. So I don't want to go into too much detail about these podcasts, because there's a really good chance that if you watch me, you probably already watched them, because they are very popular podcasts. So two of the newer to me podcasts that I've really been enjoying are The Grocery Girls with TRACIE and JODI, and I normally cannot watch podcasts that are longer than an hour. I don't have that kind of time in a day to devote straight to watching podcasts because of my children. I mean, thank goodness that YouTube now has like features that will allow you to come back where you left off in a video. I think there's some sort of cookie thing that they do. I don't know, because I'm not super internet savvy, but I know that if you start watching an episode and you stop it and you close out, if you come back to that video, it will leave you, it'll leave you off where you had paused, which I have to do with their podcast because it is so long, but I really, really enjoy it. TRACIE and JODI, they're highly entertaining together, and they work on great projects, and they just have a lot of content, and that's why their videos are so long. You don't watch them feeling like the videos are long and drawn on and they're just trying to make it as long as possible. They are really trying to condense it as short as they can. It just, they have so much to talk about, and the parties in their mailboxes, can I just say, goodness, don't we all wish that was our mailbox? Because yes, they get such lovely things in their mailbox, whether it's something they've purchased or something they've been gifted. That's one of my favorite segments on their show. The other podcast that's new to me is the Hey Sister podcast, and that is also really great. I do enjoy a nice podcast with two hosts, and they're also sisters. So the Grocery Girls are sisters and the Hey Sisters are sisters. And I just saw in their latest episode that they just started dyeing yarn, and they're going to be opening an Etsy shop soon, which is super exciting. So yeah, if you don't know of them, which I highly doubt, I do recommend that you go check them out because I do enjoy both of those podcasts. So I would have to say that those are my top 2 favorites for this month, just because they're new to me this month, and there are other podcasts that I watch and I haven't talked about them yet, but I mean, maybe I'll make a whole separate video of all of the podcasters that I watch, because I am kind of a podcast junkie, I would say. I do enjoy a good podcast when I have the time. I prefer to watch podcasts over television, Netflix, Hulu, whatever. I go straight to YouTube. I have a lot of subscriptions, and I just kind of go through my subscription feed, and that's how I prefer to use my screen time. So leave a comment below if you are interested in me making a whole separate video about podcasts that I enjoy watching. The other favorite that I wanted to talk about is my new favorites on Instagram for the month. So I have started following some new people on Instagram, and there are a couple users that I've really been enjoying watching their feed. One user is Handmade by Vanessa, and well, I hope that's how you say it. On her feed, there's a ton of handmade crochet items. She has amazing pictures. She sells patterns on Etsy, and I did comment asking if she has them on Ravelry. She said she has a Ravelry account, but she hasn't figured out how to put her patterns on there. I hope she does, because I would be interested in purchasing her patterns, because they are super cute. A lot of what I've seen come through her feed lately is like a bulky, chunky, crocheted hat, various hats, and they are super cute, and she's got the cutest little models that she puts them on too. So if you like crochet or are looking for some crochet inspiration, I definitely recommend following her. The other user that I just started following is STEPHANIESEWS, and what I've really been enjoying in her feed lately is some hand embroidery work. I love hand embroidery work, and especially pictures of hand embroidery work. So if you like that kind of stuff, I recommend following her on Instagram as well. So speaking of hand embroidery, I have YouTube channel favorites for the month. This is separate from the podcasts because it's all inclusive. So I guess maybe this is the point where I'm shifting from crafting stuff to not crafting stuff, although these channels are crafty, just not podcasts. So just kind of letting you know where the show's going. One channel that I found in my Facebook feed, actually from a business that I follow, I don't remember the page, but they had shared a YouTube video from a channel called HANDIWORKS. Now, this channel is amazing if you love hand embroidery. Okay, so the video that I saw was hand embroidery with silk ribbon, and they embroidered these flowers onto just a plain white fabric, and it was gorgeous. It made me want to go buy silk ribbon immediately, because I don't have any silk ribbon, and they said that this 100% silk works tremendously better than any sort of synthetic ribbon. I'm so far in other crafts right now, I don't have time for that, but in the future, I want to be following their tutorials. Their channel is nothing but hand embroidery tutorials, and because it's visual, it's very easy to follow as far as video format versus pictures or written description. It is absolutely amazing, and watching the channel, how they manipulate the ribbon with 2 needles, because they have the needle that's threaded and then they use another needle to like wrap around and place and align the ribbon. It's just gorgeous. If you like hand embroidery, go check out their channel. Absolutely gorgeous work, and they have a ton of videos with a variety of stitches, and as far as I can tell, it's all 100% unique and creative ideas of whoever owns the channel. So that has been one of my favorite YouTube channels this month. And the other one is CoCo. So she has a ton of videos that are crochet tutorials, and I did follow one for a butterfly, and that one had written instructions that were linked in the description box of the video. So it's not just a video, she does have a blog where she has the free patterns to follow as well. So if you are the kind of person that likes to follow patterns visually with a video tutorial, I highly recommend checking out her channel. She has super cute designs as well. So now moving on to completely not craft related favorites of the month. Tea. Okay, so we don't have a Teavana close to us where I live in Washington now. Where I lived in Georgia, we had one 20 minutes away, and so we would go to Teavana all the time. And we just made a trip to Tivana not that long ago, and if you've been yourself recently, you've probably already tried this tea because it was out on their sampler. Because it's a blend that's new for this season, and oh my goodness. So this is their ruby spiced cider, and the lovely lady working at Tivana told me that it's a blend between their apple spice cider and their mulled pomegranate tea. Now, I think it was about 2 years ago, I got the apple cider, spiced apple cider tea, and it's really nice. It's very cinnamony apple, and it's sweet on its own. I think it's the apples in the tea that makes it kind of sweet on its own, and you really don't have to add sugar. But the mulled pomegranate adds some extra spices and extra flavors that just enhances the tea altogether, and this is my favorite tea for the fall. This is fall in a cup. Generally, I prefer their pumpkin spice brulee tea, which is really good too, but I had been drinking a lot of it because my friend Lindsay sent me some in the mail, and so I wanted something different. And also, I was watching the Snappy Stitches podcast, and she, I think in her last 2 episodes, has been talking about drinking the cinnamon tea, and I was like, that sounds so good, I want cinnamon tea. So when I went into Tivana, I already had it in my mind that I was coming out with something cinnamon. And so it's really, really good. I don't know if I've talked about the Snappy Stitches podcast before, but I really enjoy her podcast. And it's quite funny because she has 2 kids, the older son, Jack, and the younger daughter, Emily. And I have the opposite, which I just find hilarious. I have my oldest daughter, Emily, and my younger son, Jack. So it's kind of like flip-flop. I remember, because like there are periods of time in my life where I can't keep up to date on podcasts, so then I kind of fall behind, and instead of watching older episodes, I just catch up to the live ones. And so I remember her having a son named Jack, and then when I started picking up podcasts again a couple months ago, then I heard her talking about her daughter Emily, and I was just cracking up because that's too funny. Oh, and speaking of, so she's up in Canada, the grocery girls are in Canada, and so I've been watching these Canadian podcasters, and they all went to Knit City. I did not realize how close I am to Knit City. I am like not even 4 hours away. So I was talking to my husband Josh the other day, and I was like, next year I'm going to Knit City. We're going to Canada. I have a passport. We just need to get him one. So that's gonna be a thing. I'm definitely gonna make the trip next year. Okay, yeah, so that was still craft related. On to not craft related stuff. Or maybe I guess I just went back. Tea, crafts. The last stuff I have is kind of makeup. So my favorite makeup item this month has been this Pixi. This Pixi concealer, correction concealer. Yeah, correction concealer. And this is in their Brightening peach color. So this concealer has been working wonders for my veins under my eyes. So I can't really tell if I have dark circles under my eyes or if it's just my veins showing through my very, very transparent skin. Because yeah, I mean, I have transparent skin. So I'm not really sure what it is, but peach is a really good color corrector for blue and dark circles. And it also has the brightening effect. So I have this nice reflection under my eyes. It's creamy, and when you put your finger in it, it kind of melts the cream, and so when I put it on, I just kind of tap it in under my eye, just where the blue is, because I don't want it to cover up anything more than that. And when I tried to record myself doing this earlier, I didn't realize that I didn't record the first eye. So you'll see that I already have it under my left eye, and then you see me match it and put it under my right eye. And so when you first put it on, it's very reflective because it's still kind of wet, but it dries down, and I set it with the powder. And I've just really been enjoying this concealer. It's not as cakey as other concealers that I've used. You just have to be careful when putting foundation over the top, because if you do layer up too much of this product and too much foundation on top, even if you set it, it still gets a little cakey. So have a not too bad of a heavy hand and you'll be okay. But I've been wearing this every time I put on makeup, and I've been loving it. The other product that I've really been loving is my lipstick, and this is the lipstick I was wearing in my Get Ready With Me. I absolutely love this lipstick. This is the Urban Decay Vice in Safe Word, which is their Comfort Matte, and this color I just love. It's a pink nude. It's a cool toned pink nude, and I think that this is a very flattering color against my skin. I absolutely love it, and I've been wearing this lipstick almost every time I wear makeup as well, because I really enjoy a nude color on top of my lips to kind of enhance the color just a little bit more than they already are. It dries down really nice. It doesn't get crusty. It doesn't go into the lines, but it does transfer. So if you're drinking tea, kissing anybody, it will come off. But for the most part, I really enjoy it, and I find it only needs like 1 or 2 applications throughout the day. Applications to just kind of touch up, just from removal of transfer, like eating, drinking, kissing, whatever. And then my final favorite product for the month is this fingernail polish top coat. Oh my goodness, you guys. This is Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear, and it's not kidding when it says extreme wear. So my nails, I'm gonna go ahead and show you close up. They are chipped, they are not perfect, but I've had this nail polish on for 2 weeks now, and I live in a house with a bunch of people, and I do the dishes 1, sometimes 3 times a day. So like my hands are in water, they're scratching things, they are not, they're getting a lot of use, and for a nail polish like this to hold up as well as it has, I'm very surprised. So I mean, and you can even see the grow out from my cuticle up where the polish is. I mean, that's how long this has been on. I have never had nail polish last this long, and it's not the polish, because I've used this brand before, it's the top coat. So if you're looking for a good top coat to set your nails and make the polish last longer, I highly recommend this because I've been loving it. It goes on top of everything. Now it is a shiny top coat, so if you have like a matte nail polish and put this over the top, your nails will not stay matte. So I guess that's the one downside, but I like shiny, so I love this. So that's all I have for you guys for my monthly favorites for the month of September. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please let me know in the comments. I'm trying out new videos on my channel, so I'd love your feedback on what you do and don't like. And if you guys enjoyed me as a video host, please subscribe to my channel for more videos in the future like this and like my other videos and some new stuff. And I mean, who knows where this channel will go. I mean, I got plans, but I don't know. You don't know unless you subscribe. So please do that. And until next time, guys, happy crafting. Bye.